Well, it's time for some more mouth, right? Hopefully, I learn how to speak today. So we're already not off to a good start. And make sure everything's working. Oh God, where'd I go? Anyway, here we are. Just fucking need my desk. Um, we're gonna try some more mouth, as it were. We are running out of space on this one, so we'll probably only fit like one more, and then I'll just open another mouth sheet, which is a strange sentence now that I'm thinking on that. Um, but you know, what other options do we have? At this current juncture. Anyway, yeah. So let's make a fresh layer. We'll do one more mouth on this page, and then we'll open a new one. Man, I really fucked it up with some of these sizing wise. Um. Anyway, let's work on it. So this is just like a mouth. So I guess we won't do a color circle thing. I guessn't. All right. What am I on? Okay, I think that's paintbrush. I don't know why I'm on red. Okay. So this is another angular one. It's gonna kind of come out like that, by the way. It's gonna be hard. I feel like these directional ones are really difficult. I can never seem to get them right. But then I think about it, and I just can't get any of them right. So what difference does it make? How did I not press enough times? All right, that's good enough for me. Let's zoom to fucking. I guess we really just gotta send it. That's not it. That's definitely not it. You know what? I really feel like the natural response is to start from over here, but I'm going to start over here instead. Okay, so that is the edge of the page. Let's start with maybe that. That's a bit more exaggerated than theirs, but that might have to be it, you know? Like right here it's more, and right there it's actually less. You know, I can sort of envision this, right? Like lip, right? Mouth, lip, right? And then the teeth inside. I think I might just leave this. Is it good? Definitely not, no. But I think this might be the one. I Am the One, which is a great movie. I'm still waiting for the sequel. Does the guy ever escape the prison planet? Does anyone know? Okay. You know, looking at the original here, which I am in fact obviously trying to copy, I'm not sure if this actually makes a whole hell of a lot of sense. Like, what am I looking at? Let's let's undo whatever the fuck I was doing here. Let's leave that. All right. Can I zoom in? Can I zoom? Can I can can I zoom in, please? What was that? Was my phone going off? Fuck off. All right. It's probably just telling me I'm live. That's why. Yeah. I know I'm live. Twitch. Thank you. I did it. It's me. Okay, so they kind of like, what do they? What? All right, fuck it. Let's roll with it. Let's actually do that. Can they kind of come around like that, but like jaggedify it, which I don't know if that really makes any sense, but we're gonna do it too because I mean, looking at it works. I think I just gave it a nipple. It's not ideal. I don't know why I erased that. I could have not. Okay. I don't think this works, but let's see if we can fix it. Let's go. We shrank it, which is incidentally something I should probably see. Okay. Do 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 do. Why does this feel so cramped? I liked how that started, but then it just kind of like went off the fucking rails, man. I don't know. This kind of looks like a cashew right here, and I'm not, buddy. If you don't start working, there we go. I assume I just wasn't pressing the button in the right spot. Like if you press it anywhere close to the center, it doesn't always work. You gotta like really press one side or the other. All right, let's zoom out. Yeah, that's a series of lines. That is in fact a series of lines. Okay. So let's make a new layer, but before we actually use that layer, we are going to have to actually, would it be smart to do all the definition on one layer of its own and just, I think so. Probably not, but I think so, which is why the answer is probably no, not at all. I hear a fucking cricket and it's fucking 10:30 a.m. Like, brother, go the fuck to sleep. Isn't that what you're supposed to do during the day? So basically, it's been windy, and I used something that it's been working called diatomaceous earth, but I guess it got blown away. It like rained and then I'm assuming, blew it away too. But basically, diatomaceous earth is literally like fossilized seashells, but like, you know, it's more or less, I guess, sand. I don't know, but it's supposed to be like fossilized seashells that have been crushed up, and I guess it's basically for the silica content, and it like gets into the exoskeleton of crickets, among like other stuff. Um, you know, like roaches and whatnot. Uh, I don't really think I've got roaches here. My neighbors probably do, which probably means I might, but um, I don't see them. I don't really see them around. But I see crickets on quite a bit of occasion, which is why, like, to me, I almost certainly have some sort of infestation around here. And I've like driven them back to where like they're not in the yard at all and like not near the house at all, but like they just keep coming back. So there's like nothing I can do. But basically, it's like a generally environmentally friendly, pet friendly way to do it. Like, unless, I mean, this goes for like any powder, right? You can snort dirt, which, you know what, to be fair, I've seen a cat do, but like, unless you just snort it, it's not going to do anything to you. And even if you snort it, it's going to be like massively uncomfortable. I don't know that it'll necessarily kill you. It could cause like major respiratory issues, I guess, if you're breathing deep, but it's like a, for me it was an alternative to spraying like poison everywhere because I didn't want to do that. And it does seem to work. It like keeps them out generally, which doesn't make sense because if the crickets were fucking smart, so like they just hop right over it, right? Because it's usually just like a line of white powder and not the kind that the health administrator or whatever the fuck his name is snorts off of toilet seats. That's factual, by the way. That is a true statement. Um, the head of the Department of the U.S. Health or the U.S. Health Department has admittedly snorted cocaine off of a toilet seat, which is about the worst place I can think of you're snorting from. But you know what? I'd say who am I to judge, but I think anyone can judge that. What the fuck? Like literally, that's the worst spot. Anyway, the point was it's just like this white silica powder, more or less. I think they use it to clean pools as well. Depending on the filter, it can clog it though. So, before you use yours, you might want to check like your pool settings. Okay. I've kind of been stuck on these colors. Should I try something new? I kind of feel like they work. Like I stumbled upon them on accident. Also, where the fuck is, now that I'm looking at this, I just went up, right? Where's the tongue? Where's bro's tongue? Does anyone know? Bro? Where's bro's tongue? Do 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 do. Can't wait for the Jim and Carrey Riddler spin-off movie. I've been waiting like 30 years for that shit. That and the one. Seriously, they had something so good going with that. Why haven't they finished the series? When will he become the one? They even made a spin-off called The Matrix. Actually, I'm pretty sure The Matrix came out first, right? Because when was The Matrix? 98 or 99? And I think the one is like 2001. What's crazy is I'm pretty sure, I feel like the one is like a cult classic. Like I'm pretty sure it flopped more or less. Like I don't think it did particularly well. But like the people who have seen it and like it are just like, this shit is so good. I feel like most Jet Li movies didn't really hit in the Western market. No, I mean they did, but like they weren't given the same respect, you know, that they deserve. Also, that's Jason Statham's second best work after Red Faction 2, which is subsequently I think like the third best red faction. I don't know. I've only played 4 of them, I think. And the first one is by far the best. There still hasn't been a game that even comes close to red faction. To revolutionize. I mean, I guess Minecraft's pretty close. Red faction walks so Minecraft could run. I mean, you know, the physics aren't as good in Minecraft, but that's okay. You can't expect anyone to compete with fucking, was it 2001 or something? 2004? I don't know. I mean, you just can't expect it, you know? All right, so if I use white, how bad is this about to be? Okay, we can work with that. So let's just like make it up, you know? So they really just like kind of went for it. So we'll do the same. Okay, I'm pressing a little too hard there. Wait, that was a total accident, but I kind of think that works. Okay, that's a little too much. Let's tone it back. That's too much. Fuck. Can we like... Wait, can I drop tool like that? Or will that like pick up the white instead? I think it picked up the white. Can we like go back, please? Please. Okay, we can kind of go back over it to like redarken it. All right, that's interesting. I like that. I don't know why sometimes this doesn't work, but I like that generally I can like lock this off so that it doesn't color on the other layer. But yeah, for some reason it doesn't always work like that. Now I wonder if the actual play here, speaking of other layers, is to do each like pass here on another layer and then like have them have different opacity layers or levels so that like the blending is better, because as it stands I feel like there's not like a whole hell of a lot of blending. Like you can see the edge of this pretty damn well. I feel like I'm wasting layers like this. I feel like this should be darker. I don't know why I'm copying the fact that it's lighter. Am I crazy? It should be lighter here and like here. Or actually no, it should be darker up here and like that. And then like darker back here, but then like lighter specifically like right very close. I don't know. Look, all I know is I don't know what I'm doing, so fuck it. Okay. I say we unselect. I think that came out generally decent. we're gonna whip out the pencil tool. And we're just gonna, you can never go wrong by, I guess, I don't think this is technically cell shading, but it's like giving it a little bit of effect of cell shading. I think that's what I'd like to try and get into doing though, because I really like that like Borderlands style. Maybe bring that to like anime girls, because there are far more references of anime girls than anime boys, at least on the part of the internet I'm on. Uh, so that's what I mostly get to practice on. I find that quite interesting. I think most like I think it's Yuri bait, right? Like it's like gay bait, where I think a lot of like female VTubers really pretend to be into girls. I'm not saying they can't be, but I think that's just like a selling point to like appeal to audiences, you know what I mean? You know, that's why I just don't appeal to anyone. Like nobody's deceived. I think it kind of comes back to that whole like they hide their partners, or like if they're a part of an agency they can't talk about their partners thing. Like again, it's to appeal to as many people and trick them into thinking you've got a chance by, But again, it's not that people can't, and I suppose if you're the type of like terminally online person, you are maybe more likely to be more in tune with yourself and thereby more open about your sexuality. I just am a generally skeptical person, and I think the rates at which uh damn it, I that's why I should like not try and one line as much as I do. It just looks so much cleaner if I one line. But if I mess up, then I have to start all the way over. I don't know, but like I was saying though, the rates just kind of don't add up to me, you know? Not that you can't be a little, Nobody said it wasn't a spectrum, which I'm almost certainly on at this point, let's face it. Apparently bro's got a cavity. I'm going to leave it um because I'm lazy. It doesn't add character. I'm just lazy. I kind of don't like these teeth, especially these. What if I zoom out? All right, it's a lot better if I zoom out, but overall I don't like them. First off, they're way too fucking straight. God damn it. Should I just start drawing like, you know, new teeth just dropped? I mean, that's what most people I've ever met. I mean, not necessarily to that degree. Most people I've ever met don't have like flawless teeth. Then again, I shouldn't even be complaining because at least we're not drawing pussy mouth again. Where's your teeth, bro? What's going on? Why am I so good at drawing that? It's like staring into you see that? It's staring into my soul right there. She's looking at me, man. All right. So let's go ahead and yoink all of these. And this is mouth 16. Fantastic. I'm gonna lock it up. And I think that's the last one we can fit on the page. Holy. Okay. So we got halfway through on one page. That's a huge issue of our planning. Now I could shrink these, but I think it makes more sense to just start another one. And you know, we'll just have to remember to call it like part 2 or something so that it, you know, it works. But I would like to do all of these. And then hopefully I can find like one for like eyes again. I know I had one that was like 3 of them, but they just weren't working for me. So maybe I'll find one that's got eyes and then, you know, just like keep going. All right, so we should be on another tongue one. This dude suddenly is really into tongue. You know, interestingly enough, this next one kind of just seems like they copy pasted the last one and then drew a tongue over the bottom. Okay. Okay. First off, we need base background. Okay, let's look at this thing. I feel like every time I look up, I get a little lost on this page. Everything in me wants to start by going like this, but I just feel like that's not gonna work. I mean, that looks okay, but I don't know. It just doesn't make as much sense. Like it makes the most sense, but it doesn't make as much sense, you know? If I just draw this, hold on. If I do that, okay. All right. And now we combine it for a little bit of that. Okay. Now here's the thing. I have the benefit of looking at the final product. I wonder if the play would be to try and draw the bottom part of the mouth first. Because I think that would help maybe with like alignment. Yeah. It kind of looks like Crazy Earl, doesn't it? Buy something or get out of my face. You know, we're not going to give him his mustache. Uh, we're not going to do it. Okay. Right. Let's do the tongue on its own layer real quick. So maybe something like this. Damn. What's that tongue gonna do, you know? Holy. Not enough. Maybe it'll be better to like kind of come in from here. That's definitely not right. Okay. I'm feeling like maybe the point has a point. Like maybe that gives off the notification mentally, visually that it's pointing that way instead of just pointing that way. All right, so let's go back. Go ahead and erase this. I know I don't actually like have to or necessarily should do this, but I don't know. I feel like it's either that or I can like I probably should start learning. Oh wait, that's part of tongue layer. I should start learning like how to merge layers properly instead of just like erasing what's underneath. Okay. So now we gotta kind of mess with this a little bit. Get some fusilli going. I think that's a type of pasta, by the way. Okay, so we got that. Now that we have that, we can do like that. Okay. All right. This is a little wide here, but I think we just have to go with it, right? Otherwise, I guess I can maybe do this. Does that help? Not really. Meh. Okay. Let's do a new layer for some teeth. So we got some tooth going here, roughly. Let's actually not start it there. Can we? What if we like do this? So they kind of like merged tongue and tooth end line. Why is this getting so thick? Oh, did I accidentally somehow increase the pen size? I'm not really sure how I did that. Fuck. All right, let's just zoom in. So they basically like merged tooth line with tongue line. I don't feel like that works very well. Now that could just be because I made it too wide, which is probably why, but I don't know. Okay. maybe we can go back. What if we like, you know, a little bit? Maybe it'll look better once the lip is here. We'll give it like a lip line here, roughly. God, I hope that helps. Fuck. Okay. So let's back out. Oh my God, it doesn't help. It's not ideal. That is not ideal. Okay. Zoom in. Let's get a little toothy with it. Okay. It's like bro's kind of got some chipped teeth going on here. We'll fix this later. Maybe. Okay. It's a bit much, really. Okay. So let's try and, like, make this a little cleaner looking. Well, a little less clean, but, like, cleaner. You know what I mean? Nah, that ain't right. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't really work. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't like it. I know they have something, like, right here. What is that supposed to be? Oh, is that supposed to be the curve in the thing? So, like, you're looking up and into it? Is that what that is? I don't know. I don't rightly know. I should have erased the... I should have control Z'd that first. Now I have to fucking erase it. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, so this is the first one where they gave him a little bit of gummage. You know? Like, there's little gum here. Which is interesting. Okay. Now we do a little layer that's just, I guess, a line intensification program here. Feel like it gets way too big over here, doesn't it? That's fine. It's fine for now. We're not gonna fix it. I say it's fine for now. It's not changing. This is what you get. You get what you're given, and you're given what you get. Okay. Uh-oh. Give me back my pixels. Come on. Come on. There we go. What? When did I switch to white? Do 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 do. Ain't no way. Okay. For this, we are gonna just use the same outline layer, I think, for the tongue. I don't really see a reason not to. Other than, I probably shouldn't. Anyway. You know, I accidentally, when I erased it, I accidentally left this here, but we're gonna fucking double down. Now you have to look at it in that direction. Is that an arrow, or is it just so happen to be what you're looking at, you know? That was like the most perfect fucking line anyone could have ever drawn, and I fucking somehow drew it on accident. Because I didn't want it to be there. Good enough for me. No, it really is just an arrow, isn't it? Okay. Let's go back. Did we get it? How did I zoom the fuck out like that? All right, I think we got it. So you know the plan? Let's go. Fake it till you make it. I find it interesting that these parts obviously are not included in the magic brush thing or what magic wand thing, magic select tool. Yet it still leaves them white. I wonder why that is. Like you would think it would do everything in its power to fill, you know? It's it's as if it's like me, where it's just like that's good enough. If bro wants to finish it himself, he can finish it himself. The paint tools like me for real. Okay. Wait, did I just draw? I just drew that on the wrong fucking layer. All right. I forgot to switch back. That's fine. We'll just live with it. Oh no. Classic. Why is the brush 2? Whatever. What? Unfortunately. Oh, well, no, that won't work. Let's start up here. Then let's switch back to that. And let's just keep going until it's a little darker. Man, I love faking it. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing, even though it doesn't. All right. It's gonna have to do. This time for sure, though, we are going to actually change layers. Let's make this just a little lighter. Well, that's not really lighter, but that did do what I intended in a way. Honestly, it's a little more cartoony, but I don't think it's terrible. Okay. I think we're gonna be fine on this front. I guess we'll try the same strat. How did they do their tongue? So lighter on one side. That's a little too light. So we'll start here, kind of go like that. And then maybe like one more. But then let's go back to that a sec so we can try and like do a little more blending. Blendage. It's my blendage. I don't like it. Maybe like one, kind of like that. It's a little too white, isn't it? I don't know. I know theirs got pretty like white like around here. But I think that's just because they didn't brush their teeth. This is adding so much extra shit to it, I think. Whatever. Who's gonna stop me? Think maybe we do one more pass on what am I doing? On that. I kind of want to no. Yes. Wait, what if I add this to it? Does that do anything for me? I don't know. I just want this to be like a little different here. I think that might have been it. If I zoom out, it's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. All right. Let's deselect. Let's go ahead and switch to that. Switch to that. Nobody has any clue. They call me Gummy Two Shoes. All right, we got to do a lip layer. Definitely need to shrink that. Let's just make up a lip color. Why? I don't fucking care. We'll just do super thin. No. Need it a little larger than that. Generally super thin. You know, I could probably just go ahead and select tool this. You know what I mean? So that I don't go over like that. I think we'll be okay. I just have to not fuck up, you know? Kind of looks like clown makeup. Shoot. No. Definitely just looks like clown makeup. Let's actually just go over it one more again. I got it right here. It really looks like clown makeup. What have I done? Okay. And then we'll add a little bit of extra around here. That is not black. This is a new layer too. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and just color over that for now. Should I? Probably not. I can't seem to like figure this part out. Think we got it? Okay. No. No. Huh? How did I just like... What? I don't know what I just pressed to do that. If I zoom out. Something's not right about it, but it's okay. Man, that really just looks like a fucking hair. What can you do? It is what it is. And we're just gonna have to live with it. So what is this? Fuck. I think it's 17? I guess I could count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 16. That makes it 17. I don't know if I have to lock everything or if just locking the group does it. Man. Hi, how are you? I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. Do 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 do. Okay. I am trying to draw. Okay, I need a new layer. Black. All right. This one's gonna be rough, I think. And the last one was kind of rough. I don't know how I'm gonna pull this off though. You're drawing Batman. Holy. That's beyond me. That's definitely beyond me. I hope it comes out well. Is this like a long-term one that you come back to, or are you actually skilled unlike me and can like just do it in one sitting? Because for me, I just don't got it, you know? I'm not that guy. Batman. I don't know what I'm doing. Really shouldn't be erasing, but I am. That is too much. But I think I gotta erase because we want to come down to here. Depends how long until you get bored and walk away from it. So if you get bored and walk away, will you come back? You know what I mean? And like finish it, or does it sit unfinished? Because I feel like I've been purposely avoiding really large ones. Like I'll just kind of sketch because I feel like if I come back to it, first off, I don't know what I'm doing, but I just feel like I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back to it with like the same level of, you know, detail. Not that I really put in a lot of detail, but like I'm afraid it's gonna look like two different people tried to do something here because it already does look like that. Do, 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 do. Doing it on stream to keep you. Oh, maybe. Well, who knows? All right. Well, I hope it gets done. You know what? Let's just draw the teeth, if you will. We didn't. I think I need to also come back on that. I feel like that's too steep. Okay. And we'll draw the tongue on its own. If I do something like that, like that, like that, and then like kind of curve it up and around like that, and then we kind of lose it. Okay. Let's go back to this layer. I am not feeling whatever's going on here. And that's whatever the hell it is I'm doing. Maybe that's it. I don't know. So let's add a new layer, and we're going to try and add the tongue in somehow. How that is, I don't know. Right. Okay. We'll just do that, hopefully. I think that's gonna maybe work. It's gonna look weird. But I'll be goddamned if everything I do doesn't look a little weird. As long as it doesn't smell weird, I think we're good. Okay. All right. Let's do a heavy line layer going on here. So that we can ensure the the selecto dico tool, if you will, can selecto, you know? Okay. Selecto dico. That'll make it a lot easier for us. Most excellent, my dudes. Send it. Okay. So now we add a fresh layer. Then we selecto. Can we do multiple? Like if I hold control, will it do both of these? No, that's not ideal. That's all right. We can work around this. Okay. So let's just I mean, honestly, I don't really even have to do that much with this. Cuz I don't think they did. Will it get me if I just do that? Nah, it doesn't understand. Okay, what if I do this and switch to that? Um just quickly, sorry. Just quickly do this, try and fill that in. They didn't, it looks like the original one that I'm learning off of here did not bother doing any sort of shading for this inner mouth part here, which is interesting. I don't know, maybe I'll do a little bit. Let's go back. Fuck, I just did that on the wrong layer. That's all right. So we got that selected still. Let's do that. Every time, man. You can count on me to draw on the wrong layer. Okay. So let's just do a quick, like, you know, Just a little. Just a little there. And then we'll go back. We'll reselect that. And we'll just kind of, you know, not a lot. Just a little. I don't think it's working. I don't know. It's not doing anything. Fuck it. I give up. Ah, classic. Forgot to switch back to layers. Now it should do something, right? Or no, it has to be this one. There we go. Goddamn, dude. Okay, let's do another layer. This one's going to be for the tongue. We got to go back to this layer, I think, and select simply just the tongue. I think this will work. Shoot. Damn it. So I think the problem is maybe this. Let's go back. Deselect. No. Select. Okay, we're already deselected. Nope. Okay. That should solve the problem, right? So now I should be able to select just... No, it looks like it's breaking here too somewhere. What is going on? It's like breaking so much. I mean, this is the right layer. Okay, we're on deselect. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just struggling. Maybe here. Okay. Okay. Select. I think we've gotten it contained. Go to fresh layer. Back out. Swap. Go to paint. That's not right. It's this, right? Okay. Finally. Damn. Sorry about that. Jesus. Okay. So now I should be able to fuck around with this a little bit. Okay. What if I just maybe add a little bit of darkness? Okay. Then we add a little bit of lightness. Don't want to press too hard or it'll just change it entirely white. But I do want most of that done. And then we'll go back and re-go over it with this. Okay. We'll go over it with that. Redo a little bit of lightness right here. Yippee. It's all coming together. Okay, let's get pencil dick out. Not too bad, right? Let's zoom out. How bad is that? First off, the scaling is so much. Fuck. I'm so inconsistent. It's not bad though. It's one of our better mounts, all things considered. Ah, it's just so inconsistent. All right, new layer. Select, deselect. We're gonna. Oh Jesus. We're gonna have to zoom in. Okay. Feel like I know they didn't do it. I feel like this one though would benefit greatly from the lips because it kind of just feels like the teeth start, you know? Like the teeth just fucking appear. It's a little weird. I'm hoping that like adding some extra darker lines, little cell shading, if you will. I know it's not really cell shading. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how to do that. Um, I'm hoping that that will like give the impression that there's more. It's just I didn't do it because I'm lazy and unskilled. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna add lips just to see. And maybe like a little, you know? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I feel like that's better. Just like something to take away from the fact that the teeth are just like there. I can definitely do the lip better, but I don't know. Like maybe cut this part off. It's kind of hard to tell the perspective on mine, actually. I mean, it's not that easy on theirs, but there's like, I think like right here, this little, well, let's just circle it a little bit and then we'll undo it. I needed it to come like a little more like that, and it's kind of like that. I know that's very little difference, but when the rest of it is like this, right? And then that one's like slightly like that, it does kind of give just a little bit of different impression. I think this part as well, this kind of gives off like face on. Like you can get away with it because the rest of it kind of does it pretty well. But like those two spots, if you focus on them, kind of change the perspective of it. I think maybe that's what also this kind of helps you to like kind of maybe if I put it over here actually instead, like kind of guides your thought process that it's actually more like that or something. Oh brother, this guy stinks. All right, we're gonna call it on this guy. It's one of those ones where anything I add is just gonna keep making it worse. So this is mouth 18. Okay. Um. So which one's next? It is a easier one, but I don't know that easier. I don't know that I got time to do it today, so I'll probably just go ahead and file save as oh, what that mouth do too, which always baffles me because you know, technically this is the first one, right? Because there's what that mouth do. That means there should be what that mouth do file name 1 and then file name 2, but I go from 0 to 2 because logically that just makes more sense, right? Anyway, um I'm gonna go ahead and get off for now. I'll probably be on Arc later tonight. We'll see. But yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I don't know. I feel like most of them came out pretty good today. We have these two, and then that one. Like it's not too bad, right? I am getting really wonky with the scaling though. I was a little consistent, and they're getting bigger. They're taking over. But I will say I'm getting better at like shading. I will not call it rendering. I'm sorry. If that's what you call it, you're an idiot. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I catch you in the next one, whenever that is. I appreciate you. And until then, I'm pressing this button, which will end the stream. Bye.